So there's this new place in New York called Wonder, Wonder, and it's all these famous chefs like Chef Jose Andres. I don't actually know who anybody else is, but Chef Jose Andres has, I think, 2 different kitchens within the Wonder platform, and it's almost like there's these mini sort of outpost kitchens within the Wonder world, and I'm obsessed with it. This is a salad called Royal Salads, and it's the Thai peanut, and it's amazing. So I'm just doing a little bit of blush. This is a KGH brand product drop of hopefully summer. It's beautiful. You can use it completely by itself. It's kind of like a powdery stick, but you can also put like a little bit of Hyper Shine on there with the serum, and it creates a totally different effect. For example, ooh. So it's like, instead of it being sheer and powdery, it becomes strong, opaque and bold with sheen. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of eye. So I definitely sometimes get stuck in a rut and I just like do the same thing. And sometimes I'm like afraid of product. I'm like afraid to sort of sketch it on and just go for it. But this is just like me kind of like unleashing the demon inside of me, the makeup demon, and just going for it without any sort of, nothing really holding me back. Because, you know, only through sort of really trying and playing with things do you realize what you're capable of. So I'm just blending that in with a brush. That was the Makeup Forever pencil in the shade Dimensional Dark Brown. Oops. And then I'm just blending it in with a KJH Spectrum Brush 21 before I put powder over the top. I'm definitely going for a bit of a skinny brow. Today I'm like leaning into the 90s, and I have a little bit of a grease on my eyelid simply from the bronzer that I put on earlier and just like the heat in the apartment, but that's okay because actually, yes, it's aiding in less longevity for this if I was to leave it as it is right now, but it's also allowing for me to sweep on this color much easier. And all I have to do is remove the excess with a brush, fluffy brush number 11 KGH, and I'm going to use the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to use the deepest brown shade and first pack it over the top. It's called Cypress Umber. Pack it over the top of the brown just to set that brown powder. It doesn't need to be neat, you just need to keep it close to the lash line. And obviously, if I knew I was going to do this kind of eye, I probably would have done it before I did skin, but I haven't powdered yet, so I can fix everything and go back in. And now with this 11 brush, I'm going to blend that line at the where I just placed the powder. Okay. Yes. And I'm taking the shade Burnt Orange, and I'm going to do just a bit of a crease definition there. Same on the other side. And then it's nice to bring what's left in your brush up under the brow, because it just connects it and makes it feel cohesive. And an important trick is to always go back to the brush that has the product in it that you're trying to add more of before you actually take more from the palette itself, because you probably don't need to. You can probably work with what's left in the brush before adding more. Now I just want to even out these wings. I'm having a snack of bite of salad in between each take because my day is a little crazy. So when I created my Spectrum kit, this brush was very important, and it's showing why right now. It gives you a tighter and cleaner line underneath eye makeup, and this was without any makeup remover on it. I was just trying to use it bare because, again, the oils from your skin probably do enough. And so then now I've taken my little angled 23 brush, dipped it in the black powder in this palette, and I'm going to use this to shape up that wing a little bit more, like so. And as you sort of build, it gets more intense, and it will sort of prime for itself and sort of makes itself last longer because you're applying more by packing on thin layers. Extreme close up. And then just to make that inner corner a little bit more defined. I'm taking what's left on my hand and in this brush, in there. Okay, now I'm doing Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara in black. I love this product. You can see why, right? So it looks like I'm going to Italy in March, end of March. It looks like I might also be going to Ireland sometime in March. All sort of still up in the air, but I'm excited at the prospect of going and seeing two of my favourite countries again, and with two of my favourite peoples. I love the Irish, I love the Italians. So that'll be fun. So top tip, if you ever get fallout, you just want to use a mascara wand and just flick off any excess, kind of like that. And then your concealer brush or your foundation brush or whatever brush that's got complexion in it, just skim it under the eye ever so slightly. If there is a lot of fallout on under your eye, this might make your whole entire under eye area go grey. If it does, you're going to need to take a Q-tip, slightly damp, maybe with a bit of face cream on, and just erase everything and just do your concealer again under your eyes. It doesn't take very long, and it's really just, I need to put my blush back on, and it's really just sort of, you know, a occupational hazard of using powders, but honestly it's better this way. Now I'm putting on more of this lip colour, same one as before. And then I'm just picking up more of this pink with this brush. There's a little bit of serum on there. There's a little bit of Hyper Shine pigment in this brush from yesterday. And so it's sort of giving me a bit more of a sheen out of this blush. But I'm so excited to drop this product. I think that you're all going to love it, truly. And it's going to be available in single use, single shades, not in a kit. And there's 5 shades. Okay, I'm going to do a freckle. Here and here and here. And then I'm probably going to be back later on to show you my outfit. I'm not going to powder yet because I'm probably going to want to go in later, and I'm maybe going to put more product in my hair and make it a little gritty, a little grungy, and pop any questions below.